Hi, hello, and thank you for taking the time to watch this video. This course was put together as the result of a workshop I recently did, but there were two things which came up on that workshop which I haven't included in the course, and with hindsight I feel I should have done. And the other thing is I feel that regardless of who we are all individuals, and consequently we all learn accordingly. How you might learn may not be the same way as I learn, and the way that I learn may not be the same way as the next person learns. I used to love nothing more than walking down to the local library, stocking up on books, bringing them out back, spreading them around the living room table, and finding notes and highlighting, and that was my idea of enjoyable. But if I put that to my oldest daughter, she would have strongly disagreed. I remember once with her when she was learning her GCSEs, I remember us both laying on the bed together and making the speech that she had to remember into a song. I mean, neither of us can sing, but it worked for her. It helped her to remember the words. My son, when he was revising, he created loads of flashcards with pictures which he could then link to quotes. And the more interactive we are with learning, the more likely it is that we're actually going to remember it. But I'll talk about that more in the course. The other thing is, the 2 points which came up from the workshop that day were helping children to stay organised, and this is probably more of a secondary school thing. And that's the fact that as they get to secondary school, they have a lot more books to look after, and they have to take them home and back again most days for most subjects. What I suggested was you colour code all the books. So everything that's associated with English, you put a red dot. Everything that's associated with science would perhaps have a green dot, a yellow dot for maths, etc. And that makes it so much easier, because that way the child just needs to grab the books with the appropriate colour dots. And to make it even easier, if they have a timetable in their bedroom which has the same colour dots on the timetable, so Monday first period is maths, so that would have a yellow dot on the timetable. So again, all they need to do is look at the timetable, look to see what colour dot they need, and then find all the books accordingly. It's not foolproof, but it will help a bit. And the other thing that came up was telling the time, and I'll go into this in a lot more detail in another course that I'm going to do. But if it's something that you're interested in, email me. My email address is dawnstrachan725@btinternet.com, and I will let you know when the course goes live, or if I do any blogs or anything in the meantime. But the thing is, with time, it's abstract, so it's hard to visualize it. So the idea is a bit like with handwriting. You start big and you slowly condense it down to practicing the fine motor skills, and you perfect the finer details. Telling the time's very similar. So if you start with looking at things like the year and the seasons, you've got spring, summer, autumn, winter, and look at highlights that happen within the year. So for example, at the minute it's beginning of December, so we've got Christmas just around the corner, or there might be birthdays, anniversaries, anything else that would celebrate that would make it stand out for that child. Then you can say, right, and then you can break it down into the months. Actually, I'm going to put the events in those months. And then once you've looked at months, you can break it down into weeks. And once you've looked at weeks, break it down into days. And then once you've broken it down into days, break it down into morning and afternoon. And perhaps at that stage, create a visual image. You probably wanted to make many visual images before this, but create like a timeline of the day. So I get up at 6 and I have breakfast at past, and I have my shower, and I do this and I do that, and work it through the day so that the child can relate it to something which is actually concrete, which has meaning to them. And then once you've broken it down into days and you've linked that to times, then you can start looking at the actual clock. Because by then the child has a much better concept of what time is. It's not just something that's completely abstract. Some children are never going to grasp it. they may just have to ask the time or wear a digital clock, but other children will find that eventually they will be able to start telling the time. But I've got various activities and things which are associated with this, telling the time, but I will relate that at a later date, possibly in a free course, or it may be in a blog or another workshop. But like I say, if it's something you're interested in, please do give me a shout. I really hope you find value from this course on dyslexia, and I'd love to hear your feedback. Have a really great day, and I'll speak to you soon. Take care, and thanks again. Bye.